Siren, what up? I'm talking, love. Trying to figure out what's going on with this Wi-Fi all of a sudden. Can you hear me? You might have to leave and come back in. All right, y'all. Drop them hearts in the chat. Y'all know what to do. Oh, I'm messing up big time. All right. Come on, y'all. Get them green hearts in the chat. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I know that the birds are there. Can y'all hear the music? Peace, love, health, and well vibe, tribe. Like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Thank you, Nightbot. Understand that when you come here, this is spa day for the soul. Drop them emojis in the chat, y'all. Chicken noodle soup for the spirit, Manny and Petty Day for the ego. Understand that this is a hard hat area and self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, we do not use tarot readers or any type of divination to spy on people, to cause harm to people, to do anything unethical, okay? We use tarot and other decks alike for guidance, for help, for insight. Um, and for peace, love, health, and wealth, right? Um, so we got a very, very special live going on here today. Um, Today we have the full moon. It's the cold moon tonight, the last full moon of the year, right? So last super moon of the year too. So what better way to capitalize on the moon's energy than by asking tarot, what do I need to get rid of? Okay. So if you would like to be added to the list, only thing you got to do is type code in the chat, right? Just type code in the chat and I will add you to the list. All right. If you would like a donation based reading, only thing I ask is that you double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. This is my trusty cameraman, Gengar, and he is a beautiful opalite. He was discounted because of a chipped ear, but nonetheless, everybody say what up to Gengar. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, the four green hearts, why do we use them? All of that good stuff, right? Four green hearts. All right. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. So, the four green hearts. All right. So, the number four is very significant. Also, the color green is very significant to me as well. Okay. So, let me share with you why. All right. So, the four green hearts represent peace, love, health, and wealth, law, order, balance, and stability. The four elements that we must balance to truly be in tune with the fifth. And last but not least, the number four represents the heart chakra and the seventh chakra system. Okay. Why do we use the color green here? Okay. So the color green to me keeps the heart energy in the heart. Okay. When you use a red heart, to me, that's connecting the root in the heart. Okay. And sometimes people might not be able to handle that connection. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I think that color green is very important. Okay. Also, the color green correlates with the heart chakra as well. Okay. So, being a Reiki master, I totally understand the power of intention, being a tarot reader, all that stuff. I understand how important intentions are. All right. And hold on one second. I just thought about something. So with that being said, um, when we use the four green hearts, even if people don't know what they mean, they still receive the healing benefit of the green hearts. Okay. Understand that the four green hearts is meant to share all of those things, right? Healing, loving, nurturing energy for the mind, body, and spirit. So, with that being said, now that you've been officially initiated into the Vibe Tribe, it is now your right and responsibility to welcome others the way we have welcomed you. So, also, we like to use the green hearts to kind of, drown the trolls out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My Wi-Fi not working, so my computer is going slow. All right, so forget the computer for a second. All right, y'all. So I've been shuffling the cards, so we're going to get it started for a collective reading. All right, I need to timestamp these. All right, so if anybody good at timestamping, you timestamp it in the chat. But 12 minutes. Here we go. All right. So again, for the collective full moon reading, I'm asking the full moon, what do we need to get rid of? And hopefully the full moon is able to reflect accurate answers. Okay. So here we go. The first card is open heart. Okay. Receptive, empathy, vulnerable. All right. I'm already starting to get a picture. Sorrow, loss, grief, depression. Uh-oh. Trapped energy. I just heard trapped. Memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. Okay, so what I'm picking up from these cards is I feel like um one or all of us have been leading with our heart per se, and double tap that screen, hit that like button, y'all. Um I feel like empathy and being receptive, like having an open heart is our superpower. And unfortunately, we get comfortable leaving ourselves vulnerable, right? And when we get comfortable leaving ourselves vulnerable, it leaves us open to vultures, to vampires, right? Not saying that the people, places, and things around you don't mean you well, but sometimes people don't want to do better, and they kind of haphazardly drag you down in a sense, right? So being open, being too vulnerable, right? Um this sorrow card is telling me that we've been shoving away feelings and emotions lately, and it's time to express them where need be, and it's time to actually let them go, right? Let it fly. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the birds is talking to me. So if you don't know, in this picture, it's birds all around flying around, right? And then there's birds here flying around too. And these trees is just, I don't know, it's just eerily similar. Just eerily similar. I don't know what it is, y'all. I don't know what it is. Look at this up here. Don't that look eerily similar? Anyways, right? Coincidence, right? Coincidence. So, um, I feel like this card, we've been holding things back, right? Because as an empath, we know that we could take on other people's heaviness and alchemize it and give them advice, or do whatever we need to improve the situation. So when we ask in the cards, what do we need to let go? Being too open, being too vulnerable, taking on more energy than we need, right? And last but not least, reminiscing, dwelling on the bittersweet things. I really feel like, again, it's just time to let go. That's the only thing I keep hearing, is let go. Right? When we talking about reminiscing, dwelling on things that was bittersweet, you don't when you dwell on the past, you don't allow yourself to heal from the past. I'm gonna say that again. When you dwell on the past, when you always reminiscing, when you always asking yourself, what if, and when you talking about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of past things, right? And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could have been a friendship. Even if you just let your turtle go in a water or something, I don't know, in a wild, right? It doesn't matter what the relationship is. Um, if you don't actively fight those intrusive thoughts, those memories, those visualizations, those triggers, right? Going to certain places, doing certain things. If you don't actively fight those things, then you're going to leave yourself open and vulnerable to continuously be hurt, because either you're going to make a bad decision or you're going to make an even worse decision by going back to a person, place, or thing that wasn't meant for you in the first place, right? And so I feel like I can't ask spirit what to let go without asking spirit best course of action, or something. So I'm gonna pull the tarot card for the collective to see what we okay, star card, best course of action, spiritual renewal. Okay, so the star card, if you ask me, is like on the good side of karma in a sense. And I'm not saying that the star card is about good or bad or evil or not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sorry. What's up, y'all? Y'all still? Oh, wait. The chat. I don't know. Hold on. My phone probably froze, y'all. So if y'all put something in the chat, I can't see it. So as soon as I get done with the collective reading, uh, I, uh, hold on. Give me 1 second. I forgot the chat be freezing on my phone, so I can't see if y'all saying nothing. So let's see. Let's see. The last chat that I seen on my phone, it say, "Is your PayPal?" And my computer still tripping. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this collective read. Okay, so the best course of action here is the star card. What this is telling me is that we need to focus on spiritual renewal, right? Above her head, right? And her just means that we're tapping into the feminine energy, right? We tapping into love and nurturing healing energy for the mind, body, and spirit. Okay, I see the red hearts, but Nightbot, I know a Nightbot on the schedule, and I don't even see Nightbot, so I know my phone frozen. All right, all right. So the dove is here to give us confirmation that the work we've been doing is not being ignored on the spiritual realm, right? Remember, spirit work from the inside out, not the outside in. So the healing we've been doing, the good deeds, the good acts of service, um, you know, donating, whatever we've been doing, praying, hoping, staying positive, not allowing triggers to get to you, not overreacting, not underreacting, right? Being present in the moment, getting up on time, working out, taking your nutrients, your supplements, right? Smoothies over fries, right? I'm gonna repeat that. Salads, so no, it's salads over fries, smoothies over candy, right? Can we get a hashtag for that? Salads over fries and smoothies over candy, right? So shit, I'd rather say smoothies over cereal, but either way it goes, it's really time to just stay focused on the task at hand. So that's whether you looking for a job or a lover or whatever it is you're looking for, right? Thank you for liking the video. Stay focused on the task at hand, but allow your intuition to tell you. All right, this gonna so the video game people is going to get this reference. The side missions of life, right? So in life, we got the main things, right? We got to get food, shelter, water, right? We got to go make money. We got the basics, the essentials, and then we got this other stuff, right? The social life is kind of important. Whatever, novelty stuff, all that stuff is important. So what I would say is that if anybody's been worried about having control or knowing where the ship is going or anything like that, this card is confirmation to say that it's okay for you to loosen up a little bit and allow your intuition to tell you what to take care of in the moment, right? Some people, what I'm hearing is some people like to plan things out. Some people like to get things perfect every time. Um, and now is not the time for that. The earth is cooling off in our side of the world in the northern hemisphere and you know in the, where we at northeast, right? The earth is cooling off, things are starting to slow down, right? And when things start to slow down, you get to see things more clear. You get to see things before, sooner than you would normally. This long hair in this card is telling me that intuition is going to be very key. And what's the key to the intuition class? Our emotions, keeping our emotions in check, okay? So with that being said, I will go ahead and open up the floor for any questions, comments, concerns on the collective reading. If not, then we can go ahead and get this party started with individuals. Okay, so if you would like a free, for all of those who just came in, thank you. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. All right. So I'm going to reset the live, but I want, if anybody's looking to get on the list, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Okay. All right, the chat updated. Let's see. I sent you, so make sure it went through. Okay, let me scroll back because, well, you've been saying that. You said that a couple times. Okay, okay, okay. So we got donations. Okay, thank you for the green hearts. Okay, slightly. Salads over fries, smoothies over candy. Hey, that's a long ass hashtag. We need like 4 or 5. Jaden Barnes, what's up, Jaden? How you doing? I ain't put the chat on subscribers only yet. See, if we got any of our regulars here, can we get some hearts in the chat for Jaden for spreading the word? We love Jaden for spreading the word. Jesus Christ loves you and died on the cross. Woo, that's powerful. He died on the cross, resurrected on the third day. So who or what resurrected him? That's what I want to know. Resurrected on the third day so we can have eternal life by believing in him. Tarot cards and zodiac signs and crystals are all demonic and not of God. I thought all things was of God and all things was good. I thought the etymology of God was good. It was good. Huh? All right. So let me check this PayPal. Okay. Okay. I see something in the PayPal. Wait, let me see. Yeah, we Gucci. All right. So you sent the donation. So I want you to check my description box to see what your donation gets you. All right. And if you fall in between a tier or something like that, then I'll throw you a free upgrade. All right. So, not all things are from God. What? But we can have eternal life by believing in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. I want to ask you a question. Do you know when that book was written called the Holy Bible? Do you know when it was published? It's 1122. It's funny. This computer must got an update. It got to. This boy is acting silly. 223. All right. So, Siren, do you got a question or how can I help you? Oh, wait. Can we go ahead and officially close the collective reading? Any questions, comments, or concerns about the collective reading? Double tap that screen. Welcome in, y'all. Come on in. We still got the Black Friday deals going on. Come on in, y'all. Yeah, we got the Black Friday deals. Come on in. Come on in. Just ask how. Dang. I should have been on that. I'm tripping. You saw 666 on your phone when you took notes? You know, six is one of those divine feminine numbers that's been suppressed. Representing harmony, facility, right? Think about the number six, you think about a pregnant lady, right? Um, when you add 6 plus 6, you get 12. When you add 1 plus 2, that equals 3. And then again, that's the 369, right? Divine feminine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's if you look at it like a skill, then it's just an ability that's at your it's a tool on your tool belt. Once you become one with that ability, because it's a lot of people who I had a football coach that said this. He said, "I'd rather have to calm somebody down than to have to rev them up." Meaning that if you ain't got the passion for it naturally, it's gonna be hard for you to get the passion for it naturally. So it's Bible was written 1,500 years ago with about 40 different authors. Okay, so my question is, how many of the people who wrote what's the word in the Bible that mean letter? Um not epistles. Yeah, epistle. Don't epistle mean letter, right? So how many people who wrote the epistles was actually a part of those 40 men? That's what I want to know. Because from what I understand, and before you say anything, I took a few religious, I majored in religious studies for a little while, just so you know. So um if I ain't mistaken, they transcribed thousands of texts. People like William Shakespeare, right? One of the greatest poets of all time, one of the greatest stage writers of all time, right? Am I tripping? He had a hand. He was like Walt Disney of his time, right? And he had a hand in the dramatization of the Bible, right? Because in class they teach us that the Bible has a few different purposes, right? The main purpose of the Bible is to shape society, right? How do you do it? Well, you cover the entertainment aspect of a person's psyche. You cover the natural uh inclination of a person to wonder, where do I come from, right? Especially with us in society saying, where am I going in the future? Right? It was made to entertain as well as teach morals and ethics to people, right? And it was also made to make people subservient to the power structure, right? So you can sign up and take a class at a community college and they teach you these things. My guru tell us one thing all the time. He say the difference between Indians and the rest of the world is we know that we created the gods. And we created the gods to characterize energies, personality traits, etc., etc., etc. So you absolutely right about that 1500 years ago. But the King James version, right, with that 40-man council was actually around uh the 17th century, sir. When most of the world was enslaved. Excuse me, I got a reading to do. All right, so that's enough Bible study for today, y'all. Very astute. Very astute. Can we get some more green hearts in the chat, please? For the education and miseducation of all time. So the Bible has an Old Testament with before Christ. Right. So there was people who wrote books of, listen, you just proved my point. There was people in the Bible who have claimed to wrote letters in the Bible that was alive before Jesus. But the Holy Bible was written and published in the 1600s. That's a cold piece of work, KP. KP, don't do him like that, KP. That's a cold piece of work. All right, Siren. Do you Siren ENT, do you got a question? Double tap that screen, hit that like button. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water, baby. Let's see what's up with this computer, man. That is tripping. It gotta be an update. I know it's an update. I just don't want to update it now. Is the chat froze again? I think the chat might be froze. All right. Yeah, my bad. I gotta keep. Sometimes I gotta cut the chat off and cut it back on because of the dreams and visions of Jesus. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Just make sure you let the commercials play for 30 seconds. All right. So yeah, I was asking you, did you have a question, Siren? My computer got some ancestor. Oh, you said a general message. So my question is, what's your fascination with this ancestor word? Because you keep saying this ancestor, 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 and then it's like you like, do you see any ancestors? Is there any, like, what's up with you in this? I need to know real quick. No fascination. The word, don't get hung up on the word, because I'm just talking when I say fascination, but that's just what you gravitated to, and I want to know, is that something that, like, you had experience with, and then you had to look it up or ask some people, or is that just something that you came across and, like, you just like, and you want to get deeper into it? Like, what I'm asking you is, how did you get to this point? of saying message from ancestors, calling on messages of ancestors. My bad for not articulating my thoughts. I don't like to talk a lot, but I like to socialize though. But anyways, they don't know why. King David. Oh, you were so lucky. I can't get on here and do what I want to do right now. All right, so since you got a general message, I'm gonna ask the cards the same question. What do I need to get rid of in order to, well, I don't know, whatever. You don't have to say it in the chat, but maybe you can speak it out loud 3 times, or maybe even just say it on your mind and heart. But what do you need to get rid of under the full moon tonight? All right, we got 8 people and 6 likes. Can we double tap that screen? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, y'all. I bet y'all if I was y'all favorite artist, if I was your favorite rapper, your favorite, no, don't leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Four of Cups. Okay. So something is telling me time is an issue right now. You ready for some independence? But you don't know how fast shit is about to move for you. Hmm. If if is time an issue for you, can you, like is this reading private? Is you the only one who can hear me in the room or in the house? Ain't no way in hell. This is why I've been chilling all day, and then as soon as I go live, it just keep cutting off. The Wi-Fi just keep cutting off. It just keep cutting off like over and over and over. It's almost like somebody doing it on purpose. Um, what's up, Moonathan? Moonathan, make sure you focusing on the things that you want to get rid of. Make sure you stay focused. Don't be in there dreaming about fast cars and stuff. Okay, so something is telling me time is an issue. Maybe you, I don't, the it's like you waiting on your time. You waiting on your moment with the combination of the 4 cups and the Fool card. It's like I got some things in my mind. I got some things in my heart. I think I know what I want to do. I think I know how, but I think that 8 is a cautionary tale. What's up, Bright? What's up, Brighton? See, this 8 is a cautionary tale, and let me tell you why. So to me, right, of course we already know the mundane level of the 8, right? Meaning that the 8 represents the infinity sign, meaning things are in motion, right? So that's why they say that the 8 of Wands is like your manifestation coming in or whatever, because energy never rests. Energy never slows down. It never stops. I ain't gonna say it never slows down, but energy never stops moving per se. Even if it flash in and out of this third dimension, energy is never still. So a cautionary tale is saying, hey, this is a story to teach you to be careful. Like a tale is a story. And cautionary, like, to take caution. I miss you as well, Bright. I hope all is well. Uh where was I at in this tarot story? You know what? I don't like uneven cards right now. So, okay, so we open up and we close back with cups. All right. So, this is, first of all, with the cups on the outside right here, this is telling me that you are very in tune with your passions and your desires. So, I'm right for saying that you got an idea on what you want, how you want things to be, when you want them. If I was the boss, or if I was the parent, or if I was the mama, or I would do things like this and like that. That's what these hearts is telling me. It's just like you just sitting back and waiting. It's other things you can be doing right now, but you focused on what you focused on. So the 8 is telling me that whatever it is, you closer to time is moving faster than you think. Okay. I always tell people time goes by slow when you count the seconds. But as soon as you get distracted, an hour go past. As soon as you get distracted, 3 hours go past. Right? My question is, are you making the most of your time when those hours are going by fast? Because I feel like time is passing you by and you don't realize. Maybe you putting in work, but I feel like it's another level you can put in. Um and a sense of inner humility, meaning the ability to meditate and be quiet and to allow, like I said in the collective reading, to be able to allow the energy to show you where your focus need to be is a skill that a lot of people don't have. You said you don't think so. What part you don't think so? Because I talk fast, I talk a lot. Um and so oh, I don't know where my book at. Oh, I can't do these cards. I don't know where my book at, and I don't feel like looking for it. Oh, okay. I got you added to the list. Namaskaram. Welcome in. I was gonna give you a card from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, but I don't see the book, and I don't have it on my phone or my computer. Well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Not tonight. All right, that's cool. You know, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna go to tarot for best course of action. Okay, so if I can give you advice as a reader, as a entrepreneur, as a elder, whatever. Um in life, all you have is moments. Science proves that, and we only take in about 30% of the information that we only remember about 30% of the information we take in, right? Meaning that every single tree you ever seen in your life, you only gonna remember 30% of them. And that's if you can even recall the memory, right? That's just you have 30%. You just have access to 30% of it because 9 times out of 10, only 30% of the information you take in is going to be relevant to survival or relevant to your social life or whatever. But typically, before, we used to mostly focus on survival and a little bit of social. Now it's a whole bunch of social and a little bit of survival, but whatever. All right. So So what I would say is that if I can give you one piece of advice that somebody would have told me that would have saved me from a lot of pain, is the more work you put in now, the more you'll be able to enjoy your time later. So that's perfecting your craft, that's spending time with family and friends. Um a mentally lazy person is an easily controlled person. And so when you are able to stay focused on task and you able to get tasks done, um things just be a lot more peaceful. But when you always scrambling trying to put things together at the last minute and you trying to, this one and that one, this one and that one, it's just not fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fun. So if I can give you any advice, man, just make these moments count. Because like the 801s is saying, things move fast, man. It do. Life itself move fast. Things is always going to be moving forward, and you can't get caught up. You can't get caught lacking. You can't get caught behind. Huh, the four cups comes out again. Wow. Okay. So I got it, King of Wands. So do you account so for whatever you got planned for the future, whether it's short, medium, or long, do you account for any negative aspects of the journey? One thing that's hitting in this fool card that's right here is this Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a part of the journey. Yes, the King of Wands is a part of the journey of the Fool card, but also the Five of Pentacles. And one thing we know about the hero's journey is that we can enter a Five of Pentacles energy at any time, any given space. Period. I gotta, I gotta, I gotta say something. As you were seeing, I'm only gonna say it once, okay? And let me reset the chat to make sure the chat's still going. Okay, let me catch up to the chat. All right, y'all. So my bad. The chat be freezing on my phone. Um. So so just anything like so. Again, I feel like I feel like I feel like as much pressure as you put on yourself, I feel like it's unwarranted, unnecessary, and it's downright. It don't do you well. Whatever this pressure is, it don't do you well. And so this sense of freedom you want, you're not gonna get it if your mind is caged. So if you got a caged mind, this can put you off track in the fool. So when you're talking about the fool journey, you get a little bit of everything on the fool's journey because it's the fool's journey. That's why it's the zero card. It means infinite possibilities. That it means you choose. So um the fool is the fool because he don't take the high road. He don't take the safe road. He know that the road he take is risky, but is rewarding. And my thing is that I want to know, do you fully understand? And another thing too, this five is telling me is that as you ascend, pay attention to people who can't ascend, and pay attention to people who is actually going backwards. So as you progress in your life, in your world, spiritually, physically, with education, whatever you're doing in your world, I'm sorry, whatever you're doing in your world, as you ascend, pay attention to people who's stuck, and pay attention to people who's falling. And that's going to clear the way a lot. Chandru, Varakum, all is well. Yeah, the pressure is what I absorb. Well, my thing is that ain't no ain't no pressure. That just like being shy, right? The only reason why you shy is because you nervous of what people gonna think about you or say about you. That's literally what shyness is. So once you get that out your head that I'm here for a purpose and that's all that matter, and either you gonna like it or not, but you gonna respect it. Once you get that, then it's you know some of the anxiety ease away. But if you keep asking what if, oh, it's oh, I was saying Verakum is Vanakum. So yeah, so my thing is that again, pay attention to people, places, and things around you, and just look at the energy, and just read it. And whoever telling you judging things is wrong, whatever, f that. What I'm telling you is, don't judge it exclusively good or bad. Judge it for what it is. Now, if it is good or bad, then that's so be it. But is it stagnant energy? Is it energy that's moving? Is it energy that's moving slow? And this could be people, places, and things around you, right? Is this group of people moving forward? Is this organization growing, moving forward? Is this school building? Is this McDonald's? Whatever. No, ain't no such thing. That's be careful with that. Ain't no such thing as taking on too much. You can overload yourself, but you can't take on too much technically. Technically, if you was properly trained, you can take on anything. I'm never live, so I'm happy to see you here. My thing is that what are you giving energy to, and what are you giving energy to that's going to help you in the future? What are you giving energy to that's not going to help you in the future? Right? So good and bad is appropriate because it could mean life or death, but also I just want you to judge things as, is this where I need to be right now, or is this a habit that I want? Right? One thing that just what's something, smoking is an example. I don't want to give anything. I'm gonna just use something random like smoking. Right? We see people smoke and we understand that it's bad, but we understand that it's some benefits with smoking, and so we ignore the bad and still take the good. Your spirit told me to come and inform you that you won't get no cat for the next few years. That's funny because I ain't had none for the last few years. So, well, my thing is that you supposed to pick up on stuff. Um, it's normal. The thing is that we live in a society to where we don't have to pick up on things. So you gonna have to figure out. You gonna have to learn from people who's like you. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, you can sit at the dinner table, or yeah, you can be in a grocery store with people, but that's about it. You're gonna have to really make sure you shaking off all energy that you don't want to carry with you in the future. All energy, whether it's personality traits, whether it's eating habits, whether it's how you dress, even how you talk, even how you talk. Do you talk professional? Do you talk ratchet? Do you talk like you don't care? Do you talk happy? Do you talk direct? Do you curse a lot? You know what I'm saying? Or are you able to talk to an individual? Can you connect with every individual in a group? Or is it just what you see is what you get? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a couple things that is flowing, but I'm gonna leave it at that. But let's get to your best course of action, okay? So best course of action, all right. Again, if time is a thing, this okay, so 44, all right, the 44, you but you can though. You can connect with everybody. Only thing you got to do is be receptive to who and what they are. And once you be receptive to who and what they are, then what I do? What I do? Only thing you got to do is just be receptive to the person and who they are, and you'll be able to connect with them, even if it's just high and by. A connection is a connection. Um, so 4 cups, you get the 4 cups twice. Well, I think I'm not telling you to be best friends with them. What I'm saying is that you just got to be more fluid, if that makes sense. Or maybe this is something, I don't know, something about fluidity. You gotta be able to, you know what it is? When we read energy, we say, ew, that energy is that. I don't want that. I can't connect with that person because they carry that energy. But when we keep that mindset, then we know better than the people who impulsive. So my thing is that whether it's a crackhead, whether it's a prostitute, I'm still going to greet you with the same smile. I'm still going to hold the door open for you. I'm still going to give you the same customer service. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to connect with you because no matter if you young or old, black or white, attractive, unattractive, at the end of the day, we both exist. And I'm going to give you a certain level because of that. You understand what I'm saying? I never was the type to treat a person different because uh they could give me something or something like that, right? Maybe instinctively, maybe impulsively, but I never was a gold digger, or I never was a person who say, "Oh, I'm gonna be their friend because they got money." I never was that person. You know what I'm saying? I always was a person that we have a connection. We have a connection. It just so happened that I can make small talk with anybody. What's up, Sherry? I got one person in front of you. I'm finishing up a donation based reading right now for those who's here. Uh, what's up, Bait? What's going on, Slime? But anyways, uh, 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 it's not so much about moral grounding. Like I said, it just even in the position that I'm in right now, when I go live, right? I'm opening myself up to any and everybody. So that means people who's healed, unhealed, gay people, straight people, homeless people, people with low self-esteem. My thing is that if I say I'm here to help people, then I can't let somebody who's discontent or somebody who is a distraction, or I can't let it doesn't matter the situation, the circumstance. I still got to be able to connect with the person because of the opportunity. So yeah, in real life, even on live, I be thinking in my head like, yeah, uh, I need this negative energy removed from my presence safely, swiftly, and securely. I think that, right? But that doesn't stop me from trying with the person. Now, it might be a point to where I just have to put up certain levels, but we supposed to have boundaries up with people anyways. That just hold on, I gotta refresh this because the chat froze. Yeah, I knew the chat froze. Yeah, I got you on 1 second. I'm finishing up a donation based reading. Like Bake, like Bake, for example, Bake was somebody who came in, and I thought very highly. I still think very highly of Bake, but I don't think Bake really totally liked the way I read or something. I don't really know. We never really talked about it, but for whatever reason, me and Bake didn't click. But I don't. But I'm not. My door is never closed to Bake. I'm never going to not offer Bake help. I'm never not going to, give Bake something if he needed it. You know what I'm saying? And even if we can't connect on certain levels, I'm not meant to connect with everybody anyways. And if we do, it got to be clear intentions and clear boundaries. You understand what I'm saying? It got to be clear intentions and clear boundaries. I don't care who you with. I don't care if it's for a job. I don't care if it's a friendship. I don't care if it's my brother or sister. Whatever we engaging in, it got to be clear, clear intentions and clear boundaries. This is what I'm willing to do. This is not what I'm willing to do. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. If we can't articulate those things, then we don't need to interact. So that's just like me on here. This is who I am. This is how I read. I'm not saying that I can't read a different way, but this is who I am. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You know? All right. So best course of action, 44, right? The 44 is going to be a number that's going to be very significant for you. If I was you, I would get to know that 44 number very well because it's a very significant number in this reality. But the best course of action as I read it, all right. So I'm gonna go over the cards real quick and then I'm gonna run it together. The Four of Cups is saying to me in this case, we can't have a refusal. All right, we can't refuse anything right now. The King of Wands is telling me that not only do you need to keep the vision alive, but you need to keep the fire burning on the day to day. No, it really wasn't you. But what just happened was a great teaching moment, actually, right? Where we focused on healing and somebody isn't, right? And so it's the same reason why they felt uncomfortable and left the chat in the first place because we always focused on healing and they not. So I ain't this dude ain't coming to chat for months, and he come in and put some unhealed shit. So that was a great teaching moment. But I just wanted, but my problem is other people getting on the stream now, and I want to go ahead and take care of them. So best course of action, the Four Cups. Listen to your intuition. Don't refuse your intuition right now. All right, what's up, Multi Fairy? The King of Wands. I believe the King of Wands is saying that keep the vision alive, but you also got to keep the fire alive, right? The King of Wands is very significant because the King and the Queen in specific in a wand suit are people who've known to not only to be great planners, but they get things started, right? They get stuff started. It don't take them much to get started. They great planners, but they also see things through, right? That's what the whenever you see the wands cards and they got a lizard biting the tail or not biting the tail, that means that things is coming full circle. All right. That means that things is coming full circle. So the King of Wands is a person who not only can get a party started, but they also a master motivator, meaning that they can motivate others as well as themselves. They can say the right things, they can lead by example. They just overall great leaders. They great leaders because they got a passion for what they do. So the Four of Cups and the King of Wands, don't refuse your intuition because your intuition is going to connect you to your passions. And the Five of Pentacles is saying that there's going to be a period where we're going to have to shed people, places, and things, situations, and circumstances. But the things that we shed, like bad habits, bad eating, bad people, except whatever it is for you in specific, whatever we let go is going to clear the space for us to bring things full circle. Right now, the problem is that the full circle is here because time. For some reason, time keep telling me we sitting back instead of going up the mountain. We sitting back saying, "I wish this was." Well, you already know you got 4 years until that's done, or you got that's just like a person who say, "Oh, I'm a freshman and I can't wait till I graduate so I can start my career." Well, you know it's going to be 4 years before you start your career. So how about you go learn a second language or something? You understand what I'm saying? Don't get addicted to donuts because you worried about something else. No, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy it resonates. All right. So I know you took notes. So I want to go ahead and check in with the chat and see who's still here. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand that when you come here, this is spa day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, manny and panty day for the ego. Understand that when you come here, this is a hard hat area, and self development is the construction site. All right, you're welcome. All right, so I think Abi Krishna. Oh, I can't believe I got that wrong. Namaskaram. All right, she was first, and then Bright. If you wanted to read, and you was second. Shout out to Chunks and Pearls, whatever that means. Shout out to that person. Peace, love, health, and wealth to you and yours. We got melancholic. All right, you need to go get that checked out, brother. I don't want you to lose your liver. All right, I don't want you to lose your liver. All right. All right, so we got at least two people. All right, we got uh Abi Krishna, namaskaram to you. And then, so if you want a general reading, the general readings are what do I need to get rid of under the full moon? All right. I know for all of my Vedic astrologers and stuff like that, this moon is very significant because not only was it a full moon, but it was also the 13th full moon. So this is the moon where you get rid of karma, where you cleanse your karma. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm kind of an old school tarot reader. Thank you, Montefiore. So I'm a old school tarot reader where I don't where those types of questions spying on people is a no-no, right? So I can pull some cards about your situation, but asking specifically what do a person feel is a no-no. Right. If you want to know directly how he feels, you could just ask him. Now, if you get an answer and your intuition tells you one thing, but he telling you another thing, then you come and get a reading. You understand what I'm saying? Then you come ask me some questions. Now, if you want to know, hey, KP, can you ask me how do I but the thing is that you in a no contact situation. So my thing is that I can give you help on a no contact situation, but I don't really think the cards is going to help you much until we do a free consultation. If you're willing to do the consultation, all right. So while we doing a consultation, I'm going to ask Bright. Bright, how can I help you? Did you have a specific question? Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Okay, and so I just need you to answer them as much as best as possible. So, how long have you been in a no contact situation? Who fault is it? Meaning that who chose the no contact? Why, if you are in the no contact, why are you asking about this person? Why are you asking? All right, so you want to know what can you let go under this full moon? More than 3 months? Okay, so I don't. Okay, so stop right there. So, so from this point forward, I want you to type this in the chat. KP. Oh, I don't know how to say tarot reader, but Maha tarot reader. KP. How do I heal from the past? How do I begin this healing process? Because it's been 3 months. This reading isn't about a no contact or anything like that anymore. We need to figure out, why are you living in two dimensions? Why are you living in the past, and why are you living in the present at the same time? We need to figure this out. I feel like your spirit is being fragmented right now because of your heart, and we got to stop that. We got to stop that. Right? KP is. Can we get some hearts in the chat, y'all, so we can start healing? Abby, can we start getting? Please, please, please. Can we get some heart? All right. You better be meditating on that negative energy, Syra. We meditating on removing the negative energy, whatever that is, whether it's bad habits, bad people, whatever. We're getting rid of it safely, swiftly, and securely. Right? Safely, so it's no harm. Swiftly means it's fast, and securely means that we won't have to worry about this ever again. You feel me? Safely, swiftly, and securely. I remove all negative energy. Safely, swiftly, and securely. Safely, swiftly, and securely. Safely, swiftly, and securely. All right, so let's go ahead and get Moon going real quick. All right, so my chat froze. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, let me catch up to the chat. So is it I'm in a bad position? Should I move on? Yeah, I could do a Leo reading. I'm not gonna do a Leo reading on this live, but I can upload one though. When you want it uploaded, and for what type of Leo reading? If you want a custom Leo reading that I could upload for the collective, or if you just want for one for yourself, you got to email me or text me with your request. So if y'all got like a Leo or Aquarius, you know what's coming for Aquarius in 2024. Whatever y'all want, let me know and I'll do it. I just need. I just do it on request. So I be based off of your response, I think you need to go back and listen to what I said again. If not, if you feel like you understood very clearly, okay, you said he was confused. Okay, he was confused, but it's been 3 months, and you asking about him. So again, I want this reading to be centered and focused on you, and I want this reading to be centered and focused on healing, not him, not what he thinking, not what he doing. It's what do I be need to do to heal? What do I be need to heal from in the first place? You get what I'm saying? All right, so Moon, here we go. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna get Moon, Abby, and then I want you to, you know what? While I read for Moon, I want you to sit and meditate, and then I'll be right back for you. Okay. So Moon needs to know, what do she need to remove. You know what, Moon? No, not moon. I keep saying moon. What the fuck is wrong with brain? Bright. I meant to say bright, not moon. Bright, bright, bright. I got something for you, bright. Uh, all right. So what are we letting go? Right? What are we letting go? So the return card, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Um, I don't think that you need to let go of a return per se. Um, I think you need to let go of not giving yourself. I think you need to let go of the disconnection that's not allowing you to return to your path, if that makes sense. That's not true. That's not true, Mata Fairy. And I hate to disagree with you on that level, but that's not true. You can attract whole people. The thing is that is the relationship going to be able to last? Are you going to be able to make it? People people miss good opportunities all the time because they're not healed. Okay, so nourishment. You need to get rid of the lack of self-nourishment, all right? Uh, and you need to get rid of the idea that you'll never be happy again. I just think that you need to get rid of the blockages that's keeping you from returning, right? Things, I always say this: once things change, things will never be the same again. But that doesn't mean things can't be better. And I think that, again, you is a person who possibly could be living in two different time zones at one time, and that creates fragmented spirits. Fragmented, it doesn't, and when you do that, it doesn't matter how much you meditate, how much you eat healthy. If you got a fragmented mind, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My guru always say, it doesn't matter if everybody in this world turn their back on you. But once your brain turn its back on you, then you lost. Yo, Bright, you still there, Bright, Bright? I need something to drink, cause my mouth real dry, dry. Let me see something. Let me ask Taro what we need to shake off. What are we shaking off right now under this full moon? What is Bright shaking off in specific? I feel like those I feel like those cards was too broad in general. Typically I like those cards because those cards get very detailed, but I feel like they wasn't very detailed in this case. Okay. All right. So I don't know if Bright's still here. I don't see her, but I could still get this message out real quick. So how I do this reading is whenever I'm asking the cards about energy to get rid of and stuff like that, I always look at the opposite end of the card or the reverse polarity of the card. So and in its upright position, the number 9 represents fulfillment and wholeness. So we need to get rid of whatever's blocking that fulfillment and that wholeness. And so when we're looking at the pentacles, that represents the earth element, right? So that's house, that's home, that's career, right? That deals with like survival instincts, et cetera, your earthly possessions, right? And so uh when you look at this card in this reverse position, one word that can sum it up is loss, LOSS, right? one thing that we think about in this verse, in this is in this reverse polarity is unfulfillment, right? So I'm peeking behind the deck, and I'm not going to tell you what cards I'm seeing, but I'm going to give you a very direct message. So so hitting the two cards hidden behind this unfulfillment, if we can reverse it, is uh no mental rest, and how can I say this? What's one way I can say this? No mental rest and no emotional balance. That's what the cards is saying. Now, if you disagree, so be it. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but that's what I got. Okay, Abby, are you here? Abby, um, so since we not doing the no contact no more, we gonna focus on what we need to heal. So hopefully these cards can express. Hopefully these cards can express. What are you exactly? What could you possibly need to heal in order to? Because my thing is that there's a reason why you asked the question. Even if he was confused, even if it's been 3 months, he's still on your mind. You're still thinking about him. And so my thing is that I want to know, are you fixated on the idea of marriage? Do you feel constrained by time? You welcome, Bright. Okay, perfect, clear message. Okay, so we got the 8 of swords. Okay, so the 8 is an action card. Okay, eights. If you turn the 8 sideways, that's the infinity sign, representing perpetual motion, right? Representing isolation of a subatomic particle. All right. So the swords. So the swords is telling me that you are very intelligent, you're very smart, but you have a mental blockage. So I don't think that this blockage that's keeping you from healing, or the blockage that you need to heal, I don't think is anything emotional. I think it's something to do with the perspective, your thoughts. I don't know if it's because of society or what, but it's the way you view relationships. I don't know if it's something about the importance of the relationship. Maybe it's the importance of it in your life. Maybe you worried about your social standing. Maybe you worried about how you're going to look in front of your friends and family if you're not married by a certain age. I don't know. But what I feel as though is that today's world is more free, and people is moving more or less with the heart. And one thing that I had to learn about love early on is you can't You can't think your way through love. If you think you love a person, then you love them already. If you gotta convince yourself to love a person, then you will never ever truly love them unconditionally. So whenever we dealing with matters of the heart, if we got too much sword activity, too much air, then we not truly loving, we not truly feeling, we're not truly in tune with our emotions and our intuition. We in tune with the idea or the thought of happiness. And sometimes we more concerned about what happiness look like than what happiness feels like. And it's two different things. And it can't be confused. Because what might look fun to you could be terrible for me. So again, we gotta focus, right? This card is telling me tie your hands up, put blindfolds on your eyes, and let your heart lead the way. Okay? Listen, when I tell you I love that chicken from Popeyes, come on, man. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. If you would like a free read and type code in the chat. If you would like a donation-based read and type code and then check the chat. We got where to donate, how to donate, how much your donation gets you. We got all of that in the description box, right? So let's see what's going on. Okay, what's up, Jorah? How you doing? All right, so we got a couple people on the list. I don't know if they still here, right? But sometimes my readings take a little long. So my mouth is dry. Is anybody here who still want to read? Who was on the list already? Can I get a head count? Drop hearts in the chat if you want to read. All right, Dooley in the building. What's happening, Dooley? You know, Dooley, no, that wasn't you. That was and you know, I did think about you the other day because somebody texted me and I was like, I wonder how Dooley doing. Cause the holidays rolling around again. All right, so I'm cooling, bruh. All right, so after Bright, it was IB. We got IB here. I don't know if she left or not, but that was IB's card. So who we got next? I know Meliconic was here for a while. I think Meliconic, whatever that is. All right. So how can I help you? Would you like? Can I interest you in a donation based reading? Oh yeah, for sure. Happy holidays to you, man. We got to do some catching up, brother. I know you was talking about upgrading the job and whatnot. We need to do some catching up, man. Whatever you need to hear. Well, Spirit telling you to donate. That's what you need to hear. The free ones. That's funny as hell. All right. So the general readings tonight, the theme of tonight's readings is what do I need to get rid of under this full moon? All right. Well, for sure. Look at Jay Dooley coming through with the $100 donation. Look What? My boy. Hey. I ain't even gonna lie. What's up, Sean? What's up? Hey, make sure y'all go follow my boy Intuitive Insights, Tarots, and Guitars. And he's starting the OnlyFans soon where he gonna be playing the guitar on the street. Yeah, I'm in the building, man. You can get on the list if you want. I'll probably be up for a little while as long as the people need me. Then I'm gonna go back into the back cave and hang upside down. Hey Sean, I'm gonna challenge you to a push-up challenge. We gotta do at least 22 push-ups every day for the next 22 days, all right? I was like, look at Sean. Sean got some muscles in the forearms. Sean with his little flannel. Sean be having his flannel with his forearms out, stealing all the YouTube ladies. You know, they love a man with a flannel and a ponytail. Ladies love a man with a ponytail and a flannel. That's why I'm challenging you to the 22 push-ups a day. It's okay if you can't do them all at once. As long as we do a minimum of 22 push-ups a day, that's all that matters. If you could do 21 and then come back later on to do the last one, that's fine. But we got to do a minimum of 22 push-ups. You too, Jay Dooley. All right. So we got some cards here for melancholic, but mela. I can't say that for nothing. Nothing. Melancholy. All right, here we go. So, in the spirit of the number 22, okay, so, this is a funny combination. So, you got the star card. So, the star card is telling me that you need to focus on whatever's stopping you from growing spiritually. Maybe you got a habit that you know is clogging up one of your chakras or unclogging one of your chakras, and maybe bet nobody laugh in the chat because it's not funny. But maybe you got a habit or something that's either over making one of your making some if not all of your chakras either overactive or underactive, right? So the star card is telling me that we need to figure out what's blocking the flow through our chakras. And then we got the Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles is one that's easy for me because this is a card that has a very distinct message. And the message of the Four of Pentacles is beware of loss of humility, right? The Four of Pentacles is kind of like the Scrooge, which turns into the Emperor, which is like the Grinch. And so, if you get the analogy that I'm making, the Four of Pentacles warns of a person who becomes too materialistic and they lose spiritual or mental, emotional integrity, where they only focus on whatever they focused on, like they get tunnel vision. And so maybe they get rude to people, maybe they're not as nice as they used, etc. You know what I'm saying? So the Four of Pentacles is beware of losing that spirituality altogether. Beware of becoming bitter and broken and beat down. All right. All right. So can I get a head count on who's all in the chat? Because I just got a donation, and so I always want to respect those who donate, and I want to bump them up on the list. But I want to make sure I know what's going on. I want to make sure I know who's on the list. All right, so truth, truth be too real. Truth be too real is here. All right, Dooley, you got a specific question or something like that we can do? When it comes to smoking dope, you know I got the recipe. Turn a quarter to a half. That's why they mess with me. What's happening? Oh, Jor was here for a while. Okay, Jor, how you been? Long time no see, Jor. Oh, I need some Tylenol. I got a headache. I hope that ain't the me giving me a headache. Me don't like that. That headache is scary. Ooh, this is weird. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go potty break anyways. Jor, 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 come to me. Come to me. Jor, 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 Jor. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm on break right now, y'all. I need to take a break anyways. I just did like 6 readings back to back to back. Just sent the donation and a picture of me and my girl. Oh, for real? That's what's up. Oh, I forgot all about that. You was telling me about the girls. Oh man, we gotta talk, dude. We gotta talk. Oh, I forgot all about. Damn, it's been a minute. Damn. Damn, I forgot all about that. I need to see what's up with Pharaoh and his daughters, man. I'm jealous. Man, I want to have a baby so bad, man. All my life, that's all I wanted, man. To be a dad. All right, give me a second, y'all. I just got me something to drink and took some Tylenol, and I'm about to go run and use the bathroom. Damn, man. Oh shit! I ain't even get my ads fixed, man. Hey y'all, is my video monetized? Have y'all seen the ads? Of course, my phone froze. I don't know, man. Hello, doing good. Hold on, y'all. Let me see 1 second, y'all. My head. Oh, I just got lightheaded. Oh, something ain't right. Oh, I don't like this headache. That's a weird type headache. This ain't a normal little headache. This a. Mhm. Did they slip me a Mickey type headache? Did they slip me a Mickey? Hold on. Alright. I got the chat back open. Give me 1 second. What's up, Elaine? What's going on? Welcome back. I'm doing all right. Okay, so we got a donation based reading, y'all. I want to go ahead and get this one out the way. So, did you have a question, or did you just want me to pull out some cards and see what's going on? Hold on 1 second, Elaine. I got a person that I'm reading for right now. What's up, Wendy? For those who just coming in, double tap that screen, hit that like button. We on a donation based reading right now, and then I got I think 2 or 3 people after that. We did do a collective reading in the beginning. If you want to check that out, it starts at about 12 minutes. All right, here we go. So starting off strong with the strength card. All right. Um, let's see. 10 of cups. Ten of pens. Not 10 of cups. 10 of pentacles. Maybe, maybe it's time for you to start preparing for the 10 of cups. I don't know. It's a new journey on the horizon. Mm. Okay, so what I'm seeing here so far, the strength card is first. So I don't know. Oh, oh, have people been saying they've been noticing something different about you, Jay? Maybe Thanksgiving, maybe at work, maybe it started around Thanksgiving, maybe. But it's like is I'm seeing you with a new pep in your step. Like the strength card is telling me, like, okay, I'm picking up in a place higher than where I left off. Yeah, yeah, this is definitely you, but it's something about. So, of course, we know this time of year, it'd be easy for me to say that this is family holidays, but I don't think this is it. I don't think that this 10 of pentacles is exactly that. I think oftentimes if you know the 10 of pentacles got the Kabbalah in it, and also the tree of life. So the tree of life is also your family tree as well. Um and it's something about the legacy here. But something is new. Uh the the fool in the page of wands is saying that it's a new sheriff in town, and it's subtle changes, but subtle changes is all we need to make a big splash. I'm a big fish already. I don't. I naturally make a big splash. If this, that's why I asked you. Like, is people complimenting you? Like, is people complimenting you on something? Like, is people seeing you different right now? Oh, you can't even. Y'all can't even see the cards. My bad. They reflect. They shiny. So these two cards right here is really was what got me asking questions before we move forward. I really want to make sure I got them two cards down pat, because the strength card is saying that, okay, I'm walking in strength, I'm moving in power. And then if you walking in strength, if you moving in power, being a Leo, then you're going to see naturally things start to fall into place. So you ask, what's falling into place? If I'm calling my power back in, things are going to fall into place. What's falling into place? Then you get the 10 of Pentacles, which is the legacy card, right? This is a legend. You know, you a legend in a sense. You a leader. Um, okay, so we're gonna get to that in 1 second. So then the Fool card is saying that, okay, I'm embracing something new. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm embracing the Fool card is saying like it's a renewed sense of vigor. It's like, you know how you see how in a Fool card he got his chest poked out, his chin up high. Like, it's like it's like you're not an asshole, but you just, you got a little swag to you. And it's and it makes sense because the Page of Wands is saying, um, I'm here. The Page of Wands is saying that I'm following my desires. The Page of Wands is saying that I'm embracing challenges, and and it's really bringing home the energy of the Fool card, because the page is going to pursue no matter what nobody think about him. Oh man, you need to share some of that good luck, boy. You've been working hard. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So it's making sense because what I'm seeing is people are seeing you different, and it's not bragful, it's not boastful. You're progressing, you're moving forward. Like I said, where you picking up is not where you left off at. It's you in a whole different place where the power itself is not just raw power, but it's transmuted and manifested. Like, you lead with strength, you lead with power, you lead with authority, you lead with respect, and and, and you create an environment that's conducive to prosperity because of it. Right? You at the top of the helm here, you at the top of the helm, um, the positive effects of your leadership is going to be felt for years, for generations, for administrations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the journey is just beginning, right? So let me get my other deck for the best course of action. That is that is crazy. Hmm. All right. So now that you are on course, um, now we got a sense of fulfillment. We know the journey isn't over. And because we know the journey isn't over, now what's best course of action? How do we continue the show? Hmm. All right. All right, you can't make it up, man. You can't. Anybody who said different, they was dead wrong. Wow. All right, I'm gonna need a second to meditate on this one. Okay. All right. So, hmm, so what's missing then? Ah, yeah, yeah. So what's missing? That's what I want to know. What you waiting on? Time to light it up. Time to light up. What's up, light up? It's lonely at the top. I got some advice for you. I don't know if I be getting some downloads saying that I've been putting too many rookies in the starting lineup, if you know what I mean. Oh, with some of the spiritual advice I've been giving them, they've been rookies and they don't deserve to be in the starting lineup. So what I'm gonna say, what I got for you, I'm gonna say for later. But what I will say is this: the World card in the Ten of Cups is almost uh not almost. It's saying that fulfillment is on the horizon. Um, the path that it took for you to get to where, and I hate to say this, but for some reason, money is a thing, and it's just almost like you gonna. It's people who got money and don't care about money. They know it's important to be comfortable. And when you come from the bottom, a lot of people don't understand that. Um, I don't know where that just came from, but but you got many, it took you, it's many different paths, right? Well, no matter the path, you here, and it's real, it's tangible, you can touch it, you can smell it, you hear, right? Today is real, right? Today is December 4th, right? 2025. I think the work that you put in before laid the groundwork for what's about to happen now. Remember the conversation we said about prototype? And I don't want to say too much, but it was a particular prototype. I think I think that work that you did back then when you was talking about the prototype, I think that's about to come back into play now. And you about to shake some shit up, bro. You about to be the fresh air that the whole it's funny that you said that about the new house because I was thinking about neighborhood. You about to be the fresh air. It's a group of people that's been waiting on somebody just like you. And they ain't even know it. They ain't even know it. It's there. It's there. You know what? I always say this whenever it's when you're on your way to a destination, right? You got people who's waiting for you to get there, who clearing space for you, and then you got people who's on a journey who's gonna meet you there. You got people who's sitting there waiting on you, and then you got people who you're gonna meet along the way. Um, a lot of that's about to start merging together. Only thing you got to do is make sure you keep your nose clean and recognize the signs. Don't let friendship and whatnot. One second. I got you. I'm finishing up a reading right now. My brother just donated $100 to the channel. But you know the signs and symbols, right? Especially people who's drunk with power. Stay clear of that. But you know what I will say, back to the cards. And I'm gonna speak in code, and if it hit, it hit. You know, you know a lot about a person with what they do with their free time. And if you've been through shit, like I know you have, but I'm just speaking in general to the collective, then you know that sometimes when you going through stuff, you can't sleep. But you also know that when you on your healing journey, those moments you get to yourself when you can't sleep is when you get some of the biggest breakthroughs. You get, you know what I'm saying? You stripped away from the cookies and the candy, and you stripped away from the drugs, and then this one and that one. Even if that stuff is available, once you won with your environment and you figure out that that time where you was up and you was irritable and you couldn't sleep in this, when you realize that you can get so much done in that time and you realize why you was irritable, then you start to make use of that time. And so my thing is that if it's lonely at the top and we know what we bargained for, then we just got to make good use of the spare time that we have. You understand what I'm saying with you? Just like how everything else came full circle, The work that you put in before is about to come full circle again. And then the killing part about it, you might be able to get a little bit of the edginess that you craved. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, you never know. You might be able to get that feeling of without the bullshit, if you know what I'm talking about. It just, alignment is an MFer, man. And like I said, sometimes you going, people is clearing space, and sometimes people is going through the trenches with you, and you don't even know it, and they gonna meet you there. You don't even know it. So, oh man, I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. But if you know what's missing, then mirror mirror on the wall after that, right? Because if you can put your mind to it and do it on everything else, it's just a matter of time. And you ain't got to give up everything. You give up the toxic stuff, but you can keep some of the edginess, and you can keep some of the, you know, but it's going to be mature. It's going to be equal. It's almost going to be like y'all share the same eyes in a sense, right? Maybe this ain't you. I was thinking maybe this was a reflection of you in a spiritual sense. I don't think that that's true anymore. I think this is what it literally say. It's a divine feminine. I was thinking that it was lonely at the top. I was thinking that I was like, okay, I get that. But no, that's not what this world card is. Because her perspective is that it's not lonely at the top. She'd rather be lonely and wait for you than to get it wrong and possibly miss out on you. You get what I'm saying? She'd rather wait for you, right? She doing her squats, right? She doing her Pilates. You know what I'm saying? She even being open to to meeting somebody, through a friend's engagement or something. You know what I'm saying? She available, but she picky. And she don't pick wrong often. Now if they fuck up, they fuck up, but she don't pick wrong. She got a clear she got a clear vision of what she want. This is what this is. This is when the vision is not clear. She has a clear vision of what she want. Mm. And it's almost like you get to skip some stages or some steps. I don't know what that means, but yeah. And yeah, of course you fulfilled without it. But who bake a cake and don't get a slice? Right? Who put theyself in a position and then don't get the benefits. Continue to be humble, continue growing, continue the path. And continue, shifting and critiquing as needed. But this best course of action wasn't for you, bro. Well, it was for you, but it wasn't from you. It was from her. This is her. These three cards is her, bro. This is the bat signal, if that makes sense. This not you. These cards is not you. This the bat signal. And it's funny because I I don't read for a lot of men, but you the only one that really keep getting the 10 of cups though, for real, for real. The only one. Well, that's then this is confirmation then. This is then you yeah, this is no coincidence that you're saying that. This is confirmation then. This is the reflection. She's picky. She might not dress like this, but this is the aura that she carries. This is what she sees when she looks in the mirror. Right? Yeah, she might have a scar. Yeah, she might have a couple tattoos. Shit, her head might even be shaved this year. Right? But it's many different paths to enlightenment, and she realized that. So she embraced the good and the bad, and she realized that everything she been through was a part of the process. Right? Only the media and people dramatize trauma. They dramatize trauma. Everybody go through trauma all the time. The faster you realize that and the faster you get on with it, I know you know that from the work that you do and from the shit that you've been through. Like the faster you realize that everybody go through stuff, and it's really just boiled down to how well do you deal with the shit that you go through. That's what separate the champs from the chumps. Not they sold you they sold you you said I just described her. That's funny. They sold us a bad bill of goods when they said that everything is supposed to be perfect all the time. And everything is just gonna be peaches and cream and everything is gonna be okay. No. No, you're gonna, you might, you might get a storm and knock the power out. You know, you might be late for work. You know what I'm saying? The dog might get sprayed by a skunk. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always going to be something. Always. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be something. But how well are you getting to the solution? That's the accelerator in this thing. How well are you getting to the solutions? They ain't make that show It's a Thousand Ways to DI for nothing. No, it's a million things that can go wrong. So what I coach people do, and I'm just speaking in general, right? I'm just speaking in general. What I coach people to say is that it's a thousand things that can go wrong all the time. So do you want to try to be prepared for every single one of those thousands, or the emotions that those thousand things can make you feel? Because we only got what, six, seven emotions, five, six, seven emotions, right? But it's a thousand things that can make us feel those different emotions all at once. It's one thing that can happen that make us feel all emotions at once. Some people can't handle that. Some people can. Yeah, sometimes we can't control the detours on the path. All thing we know is we got to get to the destination. I like that. Oh, we gotta do something with that one, bro. I like that one, Jay. I like that one. We can't control the detours on the path. We just have to get to the destination. I like that one. I might. Anybody else still here? I might end the night on that one. Press one. All right, Jay. I'm gonna be expecting another dollar or two. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. You the one said this the greatest reading of all time. That's all I'm saying. Oh, that's crazy. I was thinking about you too. That's funny. That's funny that you pop up. I was like, damn, I wonder if bro mad at me. Hey, that's funny. Y'all not even far from each other, low key. Kinda, not really, but kinda, sorta, not really though. Yeah, you. I just thought about you. What, today, yesterday? For sure, man. For sure, for sure. For sure, man. For sure, for sure. Yeah, bro. You get everything you bargain for. You know, I mean, everybody gonna have some rough spots or whatever, but as long as you let this person know up front, like, hey, I'm healing, and I can't be with nobody who's not healing. I don't care about your flaws. I don't care what your flaws are, how long you. I just don't want nobody who's gonna sit with the flaws, especially if you know that you got them. Todd Williams, what up? But and so when you, I always say this: if you be who you are in the beginning of the relationship, then everything gonna be okay. The problem is that you go through the cupcake honeymoon phase, and then you want to go play basketball with the homies. Then you want to go out to the movies with. Then you want to go do this one. Then you want. Hey, I was just joking, Jay. I was just joking because you said it was a good reading. But I say all that to say, like, in the beginning of a relationship, if you a person who like to go play basketball on Saturdays, well, you got to establish that in the beginning. So because if you've been spending every Saturday with your boo, and then 2 months later you want to start doing other stuff, then she gonna look at you stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have certain things established in the beginning. And so when it come down to this healing journey that we on, as long as you get that established in the beginning, like, hey, I'm healing, or I've healed some things, and I'm always on the lookout for more things to heal within myself. And I want somebody who take that same level of care, you know what I'm saying, for themselves, because iron sharpens iron, right? And I feel like if you establish that in the beginning, man, everything gonna be okay. I don't see. I don't see anything going wrong. All right. So can we get a check on who was here? Can you do a read for your grandma? All right. So Ty Williams, I would love to do a reading for you, but I gotta ask you to be patient because um it's a few people in the chat that I gotta get to before you, okay? And I would hate for you to have to type all that stuff over again, okay? So for sure. Jay Dooley said, huh? All right, so I guess it's on you, Ty. All right, y'all. I've been reading nonstop for like what 2 3 hours, man. What's that? Hour and 20 is 2 hours, so I'm over that already. What's that? An hour and 40. So what? I'm an hour and 2 hours and 20 minutes in. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get these last call for alcohol. Oh, it's 2:22 on the clock. All right, 2 hours and 22 minutes and 55 seconds in a second. All right, so last call for readings. If it wasn't for Jay, I would have been pew pew. Shout out to Jay in the building. Cool Whip. All right, let me scroll back and see what you said about your grandma. All right, so I guess this is gonna be the last one. I got a headache. I don't know where this headache is coming from. It's weird. Can you do a reading on my grandma? She passed away. I don't know what to do now because she is gone. Will I be okay when she is gone? I don't think there's any cards I can pull for you for that. If you want me to give you something intuitive, I can do that. If you just want like a general reading, or if you want to take my guidance on the cards, I can do that. But just based on what you said, I don't know if I could just pull cards and just be like, okay, well, of course you're gonna be okay. My thing is that it's mind over matter, right? Like whatever you feel, a heartbreak, sorrow, if you feel alone, you're not the first person to felt those things, and you're not going to be the last. So my thing is that what makes the difference between everybody who goes through what you go through, because everybody goes through what you go through, is perseverance. Are you going to give up? My question is, are you giving up? Whatever she provided for you, whether it was, companionship, whatever it was, now that she can't provide that for you no more, are you going to give up? And if the question is no, then I'm the guy for you. All right. If the question is yes, then you need to sign up for a free consultation. Hit me up immediately. Listen, Cool Whip, what's the flavor? All right. In the spirit of the number 22, because this is the last reading of the night, and it's 122 on the clock. Look at that. Aha. All right. So, in the spirit of the number 22, I'm going to pull two cards for you. In the spirit of the number 22, I'm going to pull two cards for you. In the spirit of the number 22, I'm going to pull two cards for you. Go, Pikachu! Here it does. All right, here we go. Huh. So we got the Nine of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. All right, so I don't know if there's any money related to your grandma. Um, if there is any money, and if there's any foul play associated with it, look and see who's grieving and not. Okay. Uh, Now, if we can focus in on just the Nine of Swords itself and the grieving that's going on in this Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords is letting us know that the grieving is in our head, right? Because um there's healthy ways to deal with grieving, and I want you to seek those out. Now, whether it's with me or whether it's with somebody else, I don't care, I don't mind, but I want you to grieve properly. I don't want you to force yourself to grieve according to anybody else's standard. But I want you to make sure that you process the emotions and you are able to get on to life without your loved one. And the reason why I'm saying it like that is because it's necessary, because that's reality. You know what I'm saying? So, if we can isolate on the Wheel of Fortune itself, I think not only will you be okay, but unfortunately, grandma passed away, but you got abundance on the way. I always say that the wheel of fortune is turning on the car of destiny, right? And you are in control of the wheel. So what I mean by that is that you are in control of the wheel of the car. Now you determine what your destiny is from this point out. All right. Now, will you have some past karmas, good or bad? Yes. Um, but from here on out, you have full control over your destiny, and it's just a matter of how well can you deal with people, places, and things that was placed in front of you before. And however you deal with the things that you got to deal with, the better you deal with those, the better you're going to progress in your future. But you can't let nothing hold you back. Whether it's an emotion, whether it's a thought, whether it's a fear, whether it's a whatever, you can't let nothing hold you back. Yeah. Because guess what? You lose every time you don't try. Smell me? Now, if you can smell me, I want you to double tap that screen, hit that like button. Losing losing a grandma is not bad karma. I mean, unless somebody was like, "Huh, here go your karma," and shot your grandma right in your face, then no, it's not your karma. Um, it is karma, but it's not that type of karma. Um, I don't even know if I want to get into that. But there's okay, so I'll say this. When you talk about karma, karma just mean action, right? And because of Newton's laws of motion, we know that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And everything that's in motion will stay in motion until something stops it, right? Um, so with that being said, the cycle of life, um there ain't no good and bad in a cycle of life. It's just the cycle of life. Now, is there action and reaction there? Yes, but there ain't no ledger of good deeds and bad deeds. That's more or less of a man a newer man-made concept with the development of the prefrontal cortex and the development of the hippocampus, right? um but enough of anatomy and physiology for one night. I can't take it anymore. I've been on live for over 2 hours and I'm exhausted. um you saying that I will get, well, what I'm saying is that it's your destiny to get money, period. And well, not destiny, let me clean that up. It's on your path to get money, period. But it was also on the path for grandma to pass. Now it just so happened that these paths will be positive. It just so happened that you would step back in one area and step forward in another area, but sometimes that's just how life works. But like I said, these cards got multiple meanings. Like I said, um together, the nine of swords is saying something about grieving, and then the wheel of fortune is saying that it's some money. So when you talking about a recent event like a grandma passing, Um, I don't know if it's money, property, or anything of question, but anytime where there's a money card popping up with death, we got to be aware. Now we got the nine of swords card. Now the nine of swords is saying look and see who's grieving and not, right? But the nine of swords is also saying that you need to grieve and heal and don't stretch it out. Don't get it done. Now, I can't tell you how long it's going to take. I can't tell you how to do it. I can give you recommendations on what could help, but you got to put in a work. You got to actively put in the work to get over and time, and you gotta help time do its job. You can't just sit back and let time do its job, because then the mind gonna wonder. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, these cards can mean a couple different things. Like I said, whoever's not grieving, especially if they're like an auntie or a great auntie, they might know something about some insurance or some land or something like that. Maybe grandma has some land that her grandma left. I don't know. Right? You know how stuff go. You never know. She might have a $10,000 ring. You never know. But but again, if you want to know if somebody got some bullying and dealing about some money, look and see who's grieving and not. Right? Because they might not care about grandma, they might care about money. But also what I think is that, when you separate these cards, continue focusing on getting the breakthroughs on the money. Continue. Can your aunt not grieving? Well, just wait. Come back and get it. Well, just do whatever it is you got to do. Spend time with the family. Spend time with auntie. Whatever. Get them. Whatever. Just pay attention. Well, just don't talk too much here. Just pay attention and come back and let me know whatever you see. If you pick up on something, let me know. We can, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at least for right now, focus on healing, focus on helping other people heal. Keep on focus on getting your bag. Keep on whatever your dream car, house, clothes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, keep on focusing on that. And just try to be strong and try to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Just try to keep moving forward. And like I said, when it comes down to specifically with this nine of swords, you're gonna have to put in some work, right? It's 100,000 different techniques, um, and they all work for different people at different times. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, all of my information is in the description box. All of it. All of it. All of it. All right. All right, royalties. I saw you had a long message. I'm about to see what it said real quick. Oh, okay. You was sending some condolences. Nothing ever dies. Karma is neutral. All right, hey, the one guy you gonna have to text me or email me so we can schedule a reading for the morning. All right, so I'm shutting down now. So I'm gonna give y'all 1 second so y'all can find my information, okay? But whether you want a free reading or a donation based reading, I'm done with doing readings for tonight. So y'all gonna have to text me or email me, and I'll be able to come back maybe 6, 7, 8 hours, and I'll do the readings for y'all. All right. So I'm not gonna shut down the live yet. I'll wait till y'all find my phone number. Y'all can find my email. Y'all be like, hey, this is such and such, such and such. I wanted to get a free general. I wanted to get ask a free question. Or if you wanted a donation based reading, then you can hit me up. But I want to make sure that I hate to turn people down who asking for help. But sometimes I do need a break, okay? Thank you for subscribing, Ty. 449, what up? All right, so I already made my last call. I just did my last read, and I had a couple donation based readings that kind of took a lot of energy out. So I want to make sure that y'all text me, email me, so we can get y'all a free reading schedule. All right. If y'all want a donation based reading, we can do that too. But if y'all was looking for a free reading, text me, email me, say, hey, this is such and such, and I was looking for a free reading. All right, I'm gonna give y'all like 2 more minutes. I'm gonna log off at 2 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I've been on here for almost 3 hours, so I wanna, I wanna put some nutrients in my body and go meditate or do something. I don't know, spiritual, whatever spiritual people do. I want to do it. Go bury pennies or something. I don't know. It's a hole in my sock. It's a hole in my sock. It's a hole in my. It's a hole in my sock. All right, y'all. So if y'all know what I'm about to say it with me. All right. So real quick, I want to give thanks to everybody who joined. I want to give thanks to everybody who's going to watch this in the future. I want to give thanks to all of those who have been here in the past. Um, for anybody who wanted a reading, a card, if you wanted to get a free consultation, all of my information is in the chat as well as in the description box of all of my videos. What up, Malika? How you doing? Malia. So if you wanted to get a reading, if you wanted to hit me up, if you wanted to ask a question about my services, even if you wanted to get a link to my OnlyFans, text me, email me, call me. Just don't call me when I'm on live, all right? If y'all was here, I will do a free reading over the phone. All right. Normally I don't do just regular free readings over the phone, but if you was here before the live is over, then I will do a free reading over the phone. All right. So you just gotta hit me up, text me, email me. All right. Shout out to Elaine. Shout out to Moon. Shout out to everybody who came through tonight. Shout out to Jay Dooley. Thank you for the donation. Uh, Shout out to Siren. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the guy. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to everybody. So with that being said, man, I just want to say it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. All right, Gigi, if you want a free read and you got to text me, email me, or call me, all right? Well, don't call me. I'm about to go to sleep. But text me and email me, all right? Text me, email me, and then everybody who texts me, email me tonight, I got y'all first thing in the morning. All right, I'm doing all the readings in the morning for those who came in the live before the live ended. All right. So, with that being said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all, and I would rather be nowhere else but here. Also, I did do a collective reading at the beginning of this live too, y'all. So it started at 12 minutes. All right, the collective reading started at 12 minutes. So go back and check that out. All right. So if you know what I'm about to say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because we ain't buying it. Peace. Bye bye.